And we are live. You know who it is. My name is Mike Kyle, aka the Fantasy Vulture. I have over a decade worth of fantasy football experience and have continuously competed for fantasy championships over the course of the past 8 seasons. Let's make it 9 in 2021. But enough of me. I'm here for you. On today's episode of the FB Show, we're going to continue through our 2021 NFL Draft Rookie Profiles, breaking down all the high-end offensive skill players coming into the NFL this season and breaking them down through the lens of fantasy football. Up next, one of the prospects I think is the most underrated and one of my favorites, Pooka Williams, running back from Kansas. So if you're excited for this video, be sure to hit that like button down below. Also, smash that subscribe button so you never miss a video from me. I'm dropping like 30 videos over the course of the next 10 days. Rookies on rookies on rookies for all of your fantasy football needs, both Dynasty, 2021, and hopefully for the foreseeable future, these guys will have long careers. Anything else? Let's see. Follow me on all social media platforms at FFVulture and check out the website ffvulture.com for some premium fantasy football packages. But without further ado, let's just dive right in. I feel like I'm on a bit of a roll with these right now. So let's keep the momentum going. And up next, Puka Williams. Let's rock. So let's just go through Puka, the measurables, the skill set, and so on and so forth. First off, holy shit, what a cut. I saw that out of the corner of my eye. So Puka Williams is 21 years old. He's listed at 5'9", 170 pounds. So he is definitely a smaller dude, not only in terms of height, but also in terms of weight. And you can just tell during these highlights, his profile that he has. He's very much like me. Slim, very slim. That said, he does have lightning fast speed, running a 4.4640 during his pro day, and he sat out 2020. He played in 4 games actually, but then kind of said, I don't need this, and honestly, probably a good call by him after his 2 seasons that he had at Kansas. And he's very similar, in my opinion, to Michael Carter, only I think he's a lot faster. He just moves a lot more smooth and is able to just have this next level speed that Michael Carter does not. But in terms of like smaller build and profile, he's definitely like Carter in that way. The thing that really stands out for me when I'm watching Puka Williams is his ability to cut and see the field. You just watch some of the highlights that are playing on your screen right now, and whether it's his ability to bounce outside and hit the outside gap, or his ability to cut inside like you just see right here and just rip off a monster run. I mean, what more can you ask out of a guy with that kind of speed and just the frame that he was given? The only concern that I have for Puka is I'm not sure what his role is going to be at the next level, because this is the guy who I think does a lot of things really well, but I don't know if his size is going to hold him back, and that always is the concern with some of these smaller running backs, is how do they translate to the next level. But just to kind of run down some numbers here for you real quick, his best season was actually his freshman year at Kansas. His sophomore year was great, and then he did sit out again in 2020 after only playing 4 games. But just kind of go through like his freshman numbers where he really did burst onto the scene. 161 carries, 1,100 rushing yards, 40 targets, 35 receptions for 289 yards, and 9 total touchdowns. So he was a guy who really was getting it done both on the ground and through the air as well, and that really is just a lethal combination, as we know, in today's NFL. But like really, you're watching these highlights and just some tape on Puka, and the speed is obvious. It's really obvious. And then you throw in the ability that he's also a pass catcher as well, and it just gives him this added flexibility, right? And the thing that I'm really starting to value more and more is that duality at the running back position. Obviously, when we start playing in PPR formats, reception work matters. But even still, when I'm evaluating rookies more than anything now, it's can you serve any kind of fantasy viability if things don't break right for you, right? If you don't live up to your talent or your potential, is there a way where you can still be fantasy relevant And when you look at guys like Michael Carter or Pooka Williams, these are two dudes that have that pass catching skill set where no matter what happens, even if they are just a third down back, they have the ability to still maybe be a flex start, or on a bye week if you need to start somebody in a pinch, things can open up for them in that way. And then obviously they do have the ability, let's rewind this, they obviously have the ability to, if the main guy goes down, they can step up and fill that role. Now, my comparison for Puka, I think it's interesting, but it's Kareem Hunt. He's definitely smaller than Kareem, there's no two ways about that, but just in terms of the speed and just the overall game, I think there's a lot of similarities there. Think about what Kareem Hunt was doing when he was the lead back in Kansas City. I feel like there's a lot of just comparisons there with what Puka is doing in some of these highlights, and even just taking that a step further, you'd see the fantasy viability that Kareem Hunt has, even with the backfield being shared with Nick Chubb. Like, we're still in a spot where we're starting Kareem Hunt week in, week out. Obviously, that is kind of due to offense and just his overall usage alongside Nick Chubb. But even still, like, that's kind of like the blueprint and the mold that I see for Pooka Williams going forward. Puka, for me, is somebody who I truly consider to be a hidden gem in this draft class. I've known about Puka for about a year now, and just kind of paying close tabs and close attention as to what some of the things that are being said about him. And I still feel like even now, we're 2 weeks away from the NFL draft, and I've heard very little chatter about him, but this is a dude that just on tape, again, just explodes. And that's one of the things that I really do look for, is how much are you the best player on the field when it comes to your own highlights. You know, the plays that are supposed to make you stand out and look the best, are you eye-popping, are you eye-catching? And Puka is absolutely that. Other than that, not a whole lot else. Again, just a guy who I think is just a really hidden prospect, a hidden gem, does a lot of things both on the ground and through the air. Only real thing is really just his size and what will his role be at the next level, but he absolutely has the tools to be a world-class running back, and just a guy who I'm keeping close attention to just throughout the course of the draft process and even entering my dynasty rookie draft. So that's Puka Williams, a guy that you need to know, a guy that not a whole lot of people are discussing. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button down below. Smash that subscribe button so you don't miss a video from me. Leave your comments on Puka Williams down below. I would love to hear your thoughts on this dude, because I'm getting hot and bothered by him just watching some of these highlights again. And again, thank you so much for watching. Remember, people come and go, but fantasy championships are forever, and I will see you in the next video.